Welcome back to the morning show on Park City Television. It's Friday, and what better way to end the show than having Ryan and Amanda from In Magazine here again to talk about what's going on for the weekend, right?
That's right.
A lot of cool stuff. So, again, In Magazine here in studio, and it's Friday. We have about 15 minutes left in the show. Of course, we want to say bye to Mike DiBernardo. He will no longer be with us on the morning show or with Park City Television. But let's get to talking to you guys about what's going on, what's in Utah
this week, right? Well, our cover story is all about beauty. It's our, we have kind of a biannual Vanity issue that we have some beauty tips from Cindy Crawford, of all people, and also some cruelty-free beauty tips from the sexiest vegetarian who lives right here in Salt Lake.
So you got to interview Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, I
did. Because she was in town, and how did the interview go? What did she have to say?
You know what? I focused a lot on how she is in my article, because meeting someone that's that big and you know, a supermodel is so insane. I mean, they have this air of, you know, confidence that is just overwhelming. But she was really nice, gave us lots of good beauty tips.
And she still looks fabulous. Does she look that good in real life?
Yeah, there's a picture in there that I took, so it's not airbrushed or anything, and she looks great. She is all legs and arms. It's insane.
She's tall and skinny.
Yeah.
Well, she has great skin.
Can
you give us a sneak peek, like one of her suggestions?
Well, her big thing is it's all about prevention and moisturizing. So
that's interesting.
So lots of sunscreen and lotion, I guess.
Okay, and that actually is a nice segue into the next thing that you wanted to talk about, tanning. And it's the end of summer. You might be tempted to hit those tanning beds. Your summer tan starts to fade. So what's
go down for a week?
This is true.
It's that's true. Still it's nice down there, Scott. But I know it is tempting not to just jump in a tanning bed because it's easy.
So easy.
But getting an airbrush tan is actually pretty easy, as I found out. These people at Scallywag Tanning, they're brand new. They will come to you wherever you are.
Oh my God.
It doesn't make you orange?
No,
I swear it's not. Okay. Is it different than the spray-on tan that I'm used to? Okay, it's a different type.
And it's like tailored to your body because they spray you with a gun, and they make sure it's all even, and it's a nice bronze. Like, I had them come in and do a demo so I could see for myself.
Can they like spray on some abs and
a little darker? Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm going to need some of the orange stuff, because I can't tell you now, but my Halloween costume involves being very exceptionally over tan.
Oh, really?
So I need to find out a good system to make myself look orange. So this is not it. This is actually good. Okay.
Yeah, well, they could color you. They could throw a dye.
We were looking into like we wanted to do like the whole. We would all get blue and purple and that sort of thing.
I wanted to be hot pink. I'm like, can you guys dye the tanning stuff hot pink?
They should do. Probably. We could all go as a Smurf. So you could be.
Well, that's exactly. She's Smurfette. Yeah.
Smurfette blue. That'd be pretty cool.
Yes.
I thought it was a great
want the
idea.
red jumpsuit. I want to be Papa Smurf in a red jumpsuit.
What's the green from Willy Wonka?
The Oompa Loompas.
The Oompa Loompas.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
We're a little tall.
We are. Yeah. We're tall to be Smurfs, actually. So
that's true.
Guess I'll stick to my spray on tan.
I know. I don't live in a mushroom house either.
Oh.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? What's in?
What's in?
Well, he's got some movies.
There are a lot of movies. I
want to talk about this Miracle at St. Anna. Is it St. Anne or St. Anna?
St. Anna.
St. Anna, okay. Because I was really excited. I've liked a lot of Spike Lee's movies in the past. It seemed like he was kind of taking on a different subject matter. Fell short.
Yeah. It's based on a fictional book by James McBride, who also wrote a book called The Color of Water, which is just a phenomenal memoir.
Okay.
He was raised by a white mother. He's a black man who was raised by a white, and it's hilarious, heart-touching.
Tell me that one more time.
Color of Water.
Color of Water, okay.
And I highly recommend that. But Spike Lee's whole thing about this was he wanted to kind of pay tribute to the black soldiers of World War II, World War I, and all that sort of thing. And I think rather than using an actual event, by using a fictional event, it kind of doesn't do what it's supposed to do. In that, I'm sure there are plenty of real events that happened that would pay tribute to the actual soldiers themselves and whatnot.
And were interesting in and of themselves that they could have done.
And this,
he could have done.
It's kind of a herky-jerky film. It's got it's bookended by the kind of the now story where people are now, and then it goes back. And it just doesn't work quite right. There are moments in it that are quite good.
Right.
A lot of the acting is great.
Right.
There's basically 4 black characters who have distinct personalities, who are very diverse, kind of, you know, as you would hope for, rather than the one stereotype sort of thing. You know, and the performances are great, but when it just comes down to it, it is really long.
Right. I heard it kind of meanders too.
It really does meander quite a bit.
And it doesn't. Does it ever kind of come to a conclusion? Because it's kind of like, isn't it supposed to be kind of a mystery where you're not sure what's going on?
It doesn't work though.
No.
It doesn't work. With the way it ends,
That's a bummer.
you feel cheated. Really, it's kind of like, oh,
cheated out of my $8.25
you know.
or whatever. How much are movies in?
Yeah, it's around there.
Something like that.
But,
what about? Have we talked about the Brad Pitt? We talked about that last time, right? So what else out is new?
There's an indie film called Trans-Siberian that came out with Ben Kingsley and a few other actors that you probably wouldn't know, but it's a great thriller drama sort of film.
Where is it? Is it showing?
Like I know it's at the Broadway.
Okay.
I don't know if it's up here or not. Right. You know, Ghost Town. If you can see Ghost Town, do it.
Really?
It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's probably the funniest movie I've seen. You know, 6-8 months.
Is that also at Broadway?
No, I think that one should be pretty.
Theaters?
You know, I know where they could probably find out where the showtimes are. Probably right there in magazine.
Probably.
But,
I think because it's Glam Week, beautiful people in the studio with us, but in the magazine too for In Magazine. Any good concerts? Is there some shows coming on? What do we have?
You know, I'm
and quickly,
sad.
we're almost done here. So what concerts do we have?
There's Sigur Rós. They're playing on Sunday at Saltaire. The X96 radio shows tomorrow.
Yeah, the big ass show. That's on Saturday.
Who's playing at that?
Big ass
Do you know who's
show.
playing at the
like
show?
everybody? There's like
Shiny
60,
Toy
70.
Guns.
I was listening to them on the way over this
Really?
morning to get me like wake me up a little bit.
Mindless Self-Indulgence, and there's going to be a bunch of local bands there as well.
It's always a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's out at USANA this year, so.
Oh, fun.
All right.
While the
So
weather's still nice.
Yes.
In Magazine, Amanda and Ryan from In Magazine were here. We want to thank them. You can check out In Magazine all over Salt Lake City and Utah, because it's what's in Utah, In Magazine. So once again, I want to thank you guys for being here. We have about 6 minutes left on the show, and then we want to one last time say goodbye to Mike DiBernardo, who's producing and directing the show. He's got about 5 minutes left in his Park City television career.
And then he doesn't have to get up at the crack of dawn anymore.
So we have about 5 minutes left after this, so watch some commercials, we're going to pay some bills, and then we'll be back to wrap things up.